powers to fulfill the desire of the sadhaka, good descendants, sustained growth and of prosperity, welfare, all this great power, power to go beyond the diseases, power to go beyond the delusion, power to experience the heavenly space, power to go beyond and have courage and supremacy, the authority of issue order, power to attaining the form, the power of oneness, the Ishana, Bhairava, Devas, the king of Devas, Rudra, and all other desire fruits, the benefit other than mentioned here, would also be attained through the worship of the Asara Linga. And other, according to these Asara Linga and other type of lingas, corresponding pedestal should be designed. Beautifully, Bhagavan Paramashiva says how the linga manifest as powers and how we can go beyond and experience the higher reality. Nachiketa, Bhagavan says, 2.5 days he fasted is equal to 2.5 years for us to fast. Durva, he went beyond food, he went beyond water, he went beyond sleep and went beyond air. And he was able to withstand all this and only be in the conscious decision that he has to see Vishnu in physical reality. Till then, he will not give up his tapas. The will persistence that Bhagavan is speaking about, holding that and continuously holding and manifesting that, and not just shredding down, but going on holding Paramashiva is real. Simply we can experience the higher reality that consciousness is the ultimate truth. Bhagavan himself initiating us into the higher science simply manifest as powers. Nisargadatta, just in few months, he was just a person who did a minimal job, but he could experience the ultimate reality. All this great science simply downloads when we have the Guru who can give us the grace and the disciple who have the intensity, will persistent to experience the higher reality. That is why Bhagavan says, when you are ready for the weak nuclear force, simply you can experience the strong nuclear force as initiation. Getting ourselves ready, how do we get ready, is only by unclutching, not engaging with what irritation, and confusion that we are going through in life, deciding to be without all that ups and downs in life and holding on to Paramashiva is real. All that we need to do, and we have to understand, we came down for higher reality. If the monkeys, for example, are thought to walk on two legs, it will be struggling, maybe carrying a brick and moving the brick. But if you tell the monkey you can build a skyscraper, you can become a NASA scientist, you can fly to the moon, it does not even understand what you're talking about. That is exactly how we feel. Oh, these are not something for us. These are not for us. I don't know who does this. Exactly, because we don't know. Like how the ant is only able to perceive two dimension, the paper, length and breadth. But if it is piled on a stack, it does thinking, the ant thinks it is disappearing because it does not know. Same way we think all this does not exist. The aliens, what we call, does not exist because they are not aliens. They are the Gandharvas and Rishis, Munis who exist in a different dimension, different frequency that we are not able to perceive. When we raise our frequency, we can experience all of them and more. The Siddhas lived in a greater reality. Trilinga Swami just 200 years before. Even Ramakrishna Paramahamsar have met him. He appears in Britishers' record that he appeared and they put him in jail, and they went out of the police station, found him out there also, and in ashram also. He lived as in 3 places at the same time, which was recorded. And they said he is a Siddha and he can manifest himself in any dimension. The greatest science is available for all of us to experience. All we need a will persistent to give up what we are not. All this which we are engaging ourselves is the only thing. When we unclutch from that, we can experience the pure consciousness. The Paramashiva is real as consciousness, as frequency. How in the deep sleep we experience We have no seer, no seen, and we experience the Brahman. But conscious can experience that. That is the Nirvikalpa Samadhi, preparation for Bhagavan to initiate us into all these powers. All these powers can become reality the minute we experience the higher reality as our space of oneness with Paramashiva. Beautifully, Bhagavan gives the pramanas for us to understand the depth of the cognitions. Here, Bogar, beautifully, he prepares the Muruga deity, and it is the Navapasha, the Panchaloka that he creates the deity from. And the same thing is created in Adi Kailash in Vaidhi Sarovar. All that water that is offered, or the milk that is offered on the deity, simply heals our body and completely regenerate us into a new being. All this great science is known to us for many years. When we apply the ash, it becomes the aushadha. When you apply the ash which is offered on this deity or on any Shivalinga, the DNA of that is carried on to the ashes, and simply when you apply, it detox the frontal lobe, the prefrontal cortex, which is the unique place. That's why we call this as a temple. And that unique space is what manifests as higher dimension and increases the dopamine. When we are unclutched, we are able to do into it full peaceful awareness. These siddhas knew that science, reality, and go into that bliss space and experience the ultimate bliss. All that we are looking for, happiness and bliss, if we know there's something which is beyond the bliss, what we call as joy, and experience the bliss, when you unclutch this prefrontal cortex, simply gets activated and you can be in bliss. No boredom, no tiredness, no death, no birth. Simply you reside in the higher reality. How you understand as consciousness as a reality. Here, Bhagavan beautifully gives us the Atma Pramana, the higher reality, how we can exist.
Initial level, for the initiation, you need the limitation of space and time. So exactly, when the Kundalini Shakti, your inner potential energy, your bioenergy, inner potential bioenergy, when it is awakened by the Master's presence and blessings, so many auspicious things starts happening in your system. Just yesterday, we received some of the scientific research we did on inner awakening. They say 1300%, 13 times the cell energy, the biocell energy is awakened in human beings during this Kundalini awakening, during this N effect. Understand? 1300%, 13 times than normal human beings. Second fact, they are saying, even the people who did not participate in the process, just sat in my presence volunteering, even on them 1100% the increase of the energy was shown. Please understand. Two groups they studied. One, people who sat and went through the process, attended, went through all the meditation of samana, yoga, mudra, everything. Second group, which just sat, did not do any process, which was volunteering. Of course, third is the normal human beings. Normal human beings, 100% energy means the group which sat and went through the process was experiencing 1300%, 13 times more energy awakening, the cell energy, the inner potential energy, bioenergy. And the normal group, the group which was sitting and volunteering, which was not doing any process, had 1100%. Means the power of presence, master's job is 90%. Only 10% is the process you are doing, is awakening your energy. So the presence does the 90% job of initiation into the Kundalini experience. That is why I am saying yesterday when I said I am physically feeling connected to those 5 centers and the Vibhuti will start coming from those 5 centers, Padukas. Immediately in 1 hour I received the photographs. In all those centers, Padukas, Vibhuti coming. Please understand, when I see you, I can say very clearly the connection has happened, the quality control, QC pass. When only you are seeing me, connection may be happening, but I will not be able to give the guarantee that the effect is already happening. See, the N effect happens in two levels. One, infectious. Just because your neighbor is levitating, your biomemory will pick up. It is good to start, but in that level, transformation itself will not start happening. But levitation, Kundalini awakening is happening only in the flesh level, skin deep. But when I am initiating you, the levitation starts happening in the bone marrow level, in the very being. Then the Kundalini awakening will lead to the transformation. Please understand, it will lead to the transformation of your very being. Basically, this Kundalini awakening is expected to lead you to more and more joyful, transformed, blissful character. Otherwise, just jumping, hopping is not going to help you. It will create the highest possible coherence in your brain, which will create joy, transformation, and amazing, blissful, creative character in you. That is the essence. That is the purpose of this Kundalini awakening. So the devotee who asked this question from the Jayanagar Satsang Center, please understand, you can experience Kundalini awakening, levitation, even if I am not seeing you, no doubt. But if I am seeing you, I can ensure that connection has happened, and not only Kundalini awakening, the more and more miracles and Kundalini's expressions can happen. As I said just now, please understand, these centers which are sitting with me now, which I am able to see, all these centers now, two things will happen. One, from the padukas of your center, Vibhuti will start coming. Second, people who are sitting and levitating, inside your Samana Mudra hand, Vibhuti will be there. End of the satsang, Vibhuti will be there. Take that Vibhuti and give it to the people who have come to your center now for healing. They will be healed. Understand? This kind of teleporting I will be able to do only if two-way connection is possible. Just the Kundalini awakening, you may have experience even if it is one way, if you are seeing me. But this teleporting, we will be able to do only if there is a two-way connection. That's one thing. Second, I can see very clearly the connection between you and my body is getting so matured. Within the Shivaratri, scientifically we will prove. We will call the scientific community and prove that teleporting is possible. From here, see actually now Vibhuti which is coming from my padukas in your centers now, and the Vibhuti happening in your hands now is actually coming from my table, from this table. It is not created, it is getting teleported. From this table it is reducing and it will be transmitted there. We will prove this to a scientific community. We will call scientific community and prove this to the scientific community. And what? Singapore, Vibhuti has started coming? Alright. You have touched the padukas? In the padukas, is it coming? Okay. By the end of satsang, you will see. So end of the satsang, you will see it is expressing. Please understand, I wanted all of you to know two things. One, I am not doing any magic or miracle. I am doing the exact spiritual science as taught by Sadashiva, Maheshwara, Patanjali, Goraknatha, Maschendranatha, Buddha. All these great masters. That is what I am, just before starting the satsang, as I said, I invoke their presence. I promise upon them, let what they wanted to transmit to the world as Kundalini awakening and as Samadhi happen in all of us. So that you are all clear. There is no black magic here. There is no hypnotism here. It is pure, authentic, time-tested, foolproof, thousands of years of Yoga Vedantic traditions, Samadhi experience, Kundalini awakening. This is first. Second thing, now we will make this whole thing scientific. Now, yesterday we tried one process. Process of teleporting Vibhuti on padukas. See, on matter. See, padukas have direct connection with me, but fortunately they do not have logic, independent logic. So making Vibhuti happening in them is the first step, very easy. Now second step I am working is making Vibhuti happening in people who has logic but who are willing to surrender on those bodies. Now the vibhuti will start happening. The third thing, we will call the scientific community who has logic, who are not interested in surrendering. To them we will prove this teleporting is possible based on the samadhi experience of Yoga Vedantic tradition. The Kundalini awakening does not need any physical nearness or presence. It is beyond space and time.
Setting up for
Beautifully, Bhagwan explained how these great Mahatmas, great Paramahamsas have designed this greater science, and millions and billions of people have experienced that on planet Earth. Just in India, there are 1 crore temples, 1 crore temples, 100 million, and simply they can experience all this greater science in each of these centers. And now Bhagwan is reviving all this great truth in each one of us. Out of 84 million people, million species experience Paramashivoham. But that is what the original space of yoga is for. Detoxing, taking us beyond our physical form, forgetting the posture that we are, but taking us into the higher reality. Same way, how we do the power manifestation every single